Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Takes from Lakes podcast. I am James, and I am accompanied by the Ocean Lakes Patient First Athlete of the Week, Nash Phillips. Nash, how are you doing today? I know it's been a pretty busy day, especially winning that award. So go on ahead.
Yeah, I had to go to the press conference and everything.
Yeah, just skip a couple
they had the
classes.
award show for it, so I had to get. Well, yeah, it's like behind the Heisman, it's like the second most prestigious thing you could have won.
You're on your way to NYC in a couple hours.
As I always say, they just ran out of people. Gave it to me.
But hey, doesn't discredit you at all.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking, what even is a take from the lake?
Well, I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty like a take, like a sports take from Ocean Lakes.
Yeah. No? And it's from the lakes.
Yeah. I mean, even thinking of it in a literal term.
Sitting in class.
Man, this dude
get
is so bored
in class now.
This dude has nothing to do. What class was it?
AP Bio.
Oh God, that's just like straight lecture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, the bio curriculum at Ocean Lakes. Anyways, yeah. But
tragic.
Yeah, it really is. Tragic. But anyways, how are you doing?
I hope they don't see. I would actually feel bad. But anyways, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Just got done. Like an hour ago. Just got done with classes. All my classes are over by what is it? By 3 at the latest. Which is super nice. On Monday, Wednesday, I finish it.
Are you like? Do you have an early ones?
Yeah, I mean, I start at 9:30 Tuesday through Friday. Which is like, whatever.
It's not even bad.
It's really, you'll get to college and you'll be like, yeah, but you'll be like, but it's definitely no 8 a.m.s, which is nice. But yeah, no, so it's perfect. Nash texted me if we could pod at 3, and then I was done at like 2:55. Got a little grub. I just showed him like the assortment of popsicles and ice cream bars I've stolen from my dining hall. Which, hey, they're free. I'm gonna take them. So that's. I had to do that today.
Don't let Syracuse find out.
Nope. Hey, I pay way too much to go here, so they're they're still in debt to me, so I could take a few more. But yeah, no, I'm doing great otherwise. So we got lots of stuff to talk about.
Good times. Good times.
We haven't potted.
Most of which, yeah.
Go ahead.
Most of which is going to be the NFL.
Yeah, I was about to say. That's
how long has it been? Hold on. Let me go
wild card
on Spotify.
Because I was in Seattle.
It was during break sometime.
It was like January 2nd.
Yeah, it was like pre-NFL playoffs.
So yeah, because we were talking about
January 9th.
Okay,
January 9th is when it got posted. Can anyone beat Pat Mahomes? NFL playoff preview and more.
Yeah, so that was before it all. So damn, we got lots to talk about. Do we want to go?
That was a solid episode.
That was a really good episode. Hopefully we can live up to that hype. But do we want to go like wildcard games and go from there, or what do you think? It's really only so much that happened in the wildcard.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Yeah, hold on. Before we do anything, I have an obscure stat, and this might not be that obscure because I saw it on social media somewhere, and like sometimes I see this stuff on like the obscure hoops pages that like only I follow, and then sometimes it's like ESPN. Yeah. So I actually don't remember.
Okay.
But it's Jokic is averaging like 24, 8, and 8 through the third quarter.
What?
Of games. And only 2 or 3 other people have done that like in game. 4, like average that full game over a season. And that's just his stats through the third quarter.
He's MVP. I don't care how good Shea is. It's like Ohtani. He should be MVP every year.
The thing is, how much do you value aura? Because like the aura thing is like Shea is one of like very few NBA players that I find entertaining.
Yeah. The thing is though, like the duality of it, right? Shea, like big aura guy, but he's been,
and his team is better.
His team is better. But he's been kind of hated on recently for his aura farming. Which is honestly started to piss me off a little bit. But then Jokic has no aura to the point where like he does, Like his
it's so much aura because he doesn't care at all.
Exactly. Like him making that full court shot and he was like, all right. Like that was so sick. Like that's aura in itself. So I don't know. It's interesting. But Shea definitely is more aesthetically pleasing to
Yeah.
watch.
On a real note, before we get into some football, you talk all the time about how you don't like watching the Eagles play, which I understand.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics are the Eagles of the NBA.
Really?
Yeah.
They honestly
Bro,
that's fair.
I feel like to me,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
understand like I think they're taking the three-pointer thing too far because
Yeah.
they don't show off any of their skill at all. I feel like every single player on that team is just the same player and
Yeah.
they just dribble in and then pass the ball around until there's a wide open three and that's it. All they
No,
do is
yeah.
catch and shoot.
I get that. Like the three ball, I mean, they shoot the three in like at an insane rate, which like my dad hates watching the NBA because he can't stand that. Like even myself,
Yeah.
I it's really annoying. But the thing is, you don't find like just swinging the ball around like crazy and like back to back to back to back passes to a three. Like you don't find that fun to watch because they have some possessions. You're like, damn, like that's like really good team basketball, and they play
Like
more team
in a
basketball
way that
than most
I
teams.
yeah. In
So
a way I do. I mean, it's like the antithesis to Ocean Lakes basketball.
yeah, yeah, really.
Um, but so like the point guard in me does like it, but it's
Hmm.
too much to
Yeah,
the point where it's like none of the dimes are like dimes. You're literally just making like the basic pass.
yeah, that's
And like
fair.
yeah, you can say that like yes, it's great basketball as like in the fact that they're unstoppable, but
Hmm.
it's not. It's just so robotic to me. Like it
Yeah.
takes away some of the joy of it.
Hmm.
And like prioritizing the three ball over getting an easy lay just
Yeah.
seems like we're not mathematicians out here.
Hey, some of
Like
us might
just
be. Hey, but who
yeah,
knows?
maybe
But no,
who's the guy that's really smart?
me. Yeah, probably
No,
me.
no, like in the league. All right, God, I hate you.
The guy that's really smart.
There's somebody. Is it Malcolm Brogdon who's known to be like? I know he's
Oh,
not a
Mitchie
Celtic
Steibel,
anymore.
maybe.
Yeah, it's either yeah, it might be Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah.
Um, but like ESPN always features him for being like, oh, this
Well,
is a
Jalen
smart
Brown
guy.
is really like
Yeah, he
he
went to
honestly
Cal.
probably. But he teaches classes at Harvard. I'd say he's probably like right now the high. Like if you ask most NBA fans who the smartest player in the NBA is, they probably say Jalen Brown. I
What is
think.
with Jalen Brown's Instagram handle?
The F,
FCHPWO?
yeah.
What is that?
I have no clue. I could probably find the backstory somewhere, but never really bothered.
Yeah, all
That's a good
right.
question.
Let's
Anyways,
get in the NFL playoffs and I'll figure out what his
okay, perfect. I mean, yeah, we can start in the wild card. All the games were pretty bad except for Commanders Bucks. I mean Rams destroyed the Vikings. Okay, wait, I have a question for you. So Rams beat the Vikings 29-7. We were coming back from the Bills Ravens game. We'll get into that, but I went to the Bills Ravens game, everyone. And me and my friends are arguing about Darnold and his contract, and I said he's still gonna get 30, potentially even 40 mil a year, despite his last two games being like horrible performances. But I don't think that Vikings are gonna keep him. But I think some team will give him at least
All right.
30 a year. Let me know what you think.
So let's let's think about this.
Okay.
I'm about to pull up. We're about to look at this from like a sport analytics perspective. Kind
Okay.
of.
All right.
Salaries of NFL quarterbacks
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Because Danny Dimes
So
got
we've got
40, right? Was
oh
that what
my
it was?
God. Yeah, then he got dropped. So
Yeah. But still, he had a
okay.
worse
So we've
year and he got
got
40.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18
So,
making more than 30 million.
so you're telling me that?
Okay, so
Okay, go ahead.
Deshaun Watson, I think Sam Darnold's better. I think Sam Darnold's better than Tua.
Hmm.
I think Sam Darnold's better than Kyler Murray. I think Sam Darnold's better than Jalen Hurts.
I don't. Okay, hear me out though. Like from a fan
Kirk.
perspective, like that's how we can value it. But I think that teams don't look at, oh, you're better than this guy and you're better than this guy that will give you this. It's more from a, oh, the precedent has been set of these guys getting this much money and you're a solid quarterback, we're going to give you that. Like they don't look at the performance after the contract. I think they look at it before and
Uh,
then what they were given. So like Sam Darnold's going to go to probably not the Vikings, as I said, whatever team, and
Raiders,
be like
maybe.
Raiders and be like, I want 40 mil. Like that's because these guys got 40 mil. So
I
that's
don't think he
my.
gets it.
You don't think?
Okay. I think he's like he definitely. I don't think he gets 40 mil.
Okay.
I don't
I
think he
said
gets
more than
close to
30.
40 mil.
I said
Yeah.
30, and they were like, "Oh no, no, no." I was like, "What? No way." He's gonna get like 390 or something at
Well,
least.
it sounds like your friends don't really know ball like that.
Yeah, I'll have to get him in. I need you to talk to Ethan. Ethan is like, once he gets his take, he sticks to it. And he was lucky getting hated on in the car for his takes, but rightfully so.
Do you know like keep it a buck with me? Do
Mm.
you know more ball than than everybody?
Okay,
Who knows more ball than you?
they all, in terms of NFL, I think there's a couple of kids that like know as much as me, but they look at it through different like viewpoint. Like I think Ethan, like this kid I mentioned, one of the kids I'm like closest with, I think he knows as much as me, but he like just doesn't share the same views on it. Like some of his takes, like we were another thing we were talking about is how like the NFC is like a joke compared to the AFC, and he was like
Yeah.
he was like kind of defending that it wasn't. Um, which is
Yikes.
obvious, which I know. I need. We'll have to feature him at some point so he can defend these takes. But anyways, but he said that Darnold isn't getting 30 mil a year and he's getting like 20, which is just no way.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you don't even get a contract. If you're
Yeah,
not gonna like
he'd be
that,
like, I won't play.
the starting price for a quarterback is 30 million.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think he gets 40 million.
Okay, I think he will
I think
personally.
that's
Okay, even if he gets 40
okay.
mil, he's
Like
like the 14th highest paid quarterback. Two, three, four, five,
Josh
six, seven.
Allen is making 43.
But he also got the contract 3 years ago or whatever it was, right?
Still, dude.
But like, okay,
I
look at
mean,
all the
like
guys that have gotten signed in the past, however many years. Burrow, Prescott, Love. I mean, all these guys.
it's
Burrow,
crazy
Prescott,
that
Love,
Darnold's only
Tua.
28. Mahomes is 2 years older.
Yeah, it is. I would think Darnold's older, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
Plays older.
yeah. But I think he's gonna
Because I
get
mean,
40
I
mil.
guess at the same time, only 28, and you got guys like Tua making 53.
Exactly.
Uh, yeah. I mean, like, is there a shot he gets paid? God, Mahomes' deal looks so
I know
good right
it's so
now.
good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's insane. What a
Mahomes and
perfect
Josh Allen,
time.
dude.
But like, what a perfect. Speaking on that real quick, the timeline of Mahomes entering the league was perfect for contracts because he gets drafted, and then all these good quarterbacks come in: Burrow, Love, Lawrence, Tua, all these guys that are up there, Herbert, Lamar, and they just go and just jump him because they want to be the highest paid quarterback. Like the time,
But they're not quite as
exactly.
good as him.
Exactly, but the time Mahomes came in was perfect, so they could pay him like the most money. Like he was the highest paid contract at one point in the NFL, and all these guys
Yeah.
come in and then obviously exceed him. But perfect timing for the Chiefs.
Wow, dude.
But anyways,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. I think some team will give him 40 mil. I don't think it'll be the Vikings. I think they'll go with JJ.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah,
could
no, some team will be stupid. I don't think they should, but some team will be stupid enough to give him
exactly
40 mil.
like Raiders. Who knows if the I mean Giants probably are scarred from Danny Dimes, probably not. But then the Raiders might be scarred from Jimmy G. Uh, what other team was I thinking of? Oh, Steelers. I mean, I get Steelers. He's better than Fields and Russ combined, or he was last year. So I don't know. Maybe they might ride with Fields, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting conversation. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But anyways, so the Vikings choked that game. Not choked the game. They just lost it.
Oh,
Uh,
by the way, FCHWPO is faith, consistency, hard work pays off.
hmm. Hey, well now I know. Perfect.
Anyway,
Thank
we
you for looking that
continue.
up. Anyways, yeah, Packers Eagles. Love was horrible. It was sad to see. Still kind of dealing with those injuries though.
Yeah.
Bills Broncos. Broncos scored first. Bills kind of took it from there, and
Is Connor
then
Sugar a Bills fan?
yeah, die hard.
Yeah, I can tell he's getting desperate, dude. What
Yeah,
is this?
yeah. You follow him?
1991 Michael Jordan versus
Yeah,
2024
I know.
Josh Allen enter.
Well, we'll have to get him on at some
Yikes,
point
dude.
too. But yeah, Ravens Steelers horrible game. Ravens won, and Texans Chargers. Herbert had like the worst ever playoff game from a quarterback. Pretty sad to see. Threw more picks in that game than he did the whole season. Rough. But the sick game was Commanders Bucks. Jayden Daniels
So sick.
so very sick. I don't really know what else there is to say beyond that. Baker still played pretty well.
Yeah,
Just picked
Baker
and
was
pace him.
good, just not good enough. I mean,
Hmm.
Jaden Daniels, like, He's just got that it factor. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like he's on like a Mahomes kind of a run right now, losing the conference championship,
Yeah.
albeit now. Okay, I don't think the team around Jayden Daniels was as good
It's,
as the team around Mahomes
oh,
was at
not
that point.
nearly, yeah.
Although Mahomes' defense was pretty terrible.
But dude, the Commanders defense really bad. Like this is like a bottom, like the Commanders D is a bottom five talented
No,
defense in the
no, no,
NFL.
no, no. Okay, bottom five talented, but they
Yeah,
didn't play
talented.
like a bottom five.
I don't know. Let me check.
But I would say bottom half defense.
I'd say
But
it's
they
pretty bad.
played at times I mean they made big plays, dude. They forced what, like three or four turnovers against the Lions?
Hmm.
I don't know. Like
Yeah,
they made Frankie Louvu's a playmaker.
yeah. I would. Yeah, I would.
Mikey Sainristil is a dog. Okay,
Mhm.
Marshawn Lattimore is so washed.
Yeah. Bobby Wagner needs to get out.
No, Bobby Wagner was good.
No, he wasn't. Crumbled
He
down the
wasn't good in the
stretch.
championship game.
Still, you can't. In my opinion, you can't have Bobby Wagner as your starting linebacker if you want to be a Super
You
Bowl
didn't
contender.
watch. You didn't watch
Me?
enough. Yes, you.
Did you watch enough? And you know?
Yes, because my
Okay.
dad's a Commanders fan. Like,
Well, I thought I've watched enough and I've seen enough stuff, but anyways, bottom I think it's a bottom 10 whatever talented
yeah,
defense in the
okay,
NFL. It's
bottom
not good at
10 I
all.
can get behind.
But yeah. Um but they still won that game. The defense did enough for Jayden Daniels in the O. But I would say this he is definitely the worst roster than Mahomes did. Mahomes' second year in the league. His first year as a starter. But yeah. I think most people would probably say that. But okay, divisional round. This is where the games, or at least two of them, start to get decent. Um, I guess Commanders Lions was a good game, so maybe that too, maybe three. But yeah, Commanders Lions. Commanders won 45-31. That's where Jayden Daniels really established his legacy as an elite quarterback, I'd say. Not to say that he didn't in the regular season, but yeah, what do you have anything to say about that?
So wait, say that one more time.
Commanders Lions, anything to say about it?
I mean, I will say if you go back to the last podcast, I said that the Lions and the Vikings, I said the Vikings for sure, but I said
Hmm.
the Lions potentially too had the ability to be frauds because they really
Yeah.
hadn't played anybody, and the Packers, and I was right.
Hmm.
So I do have a bad habit of victory lapping on here, but it's just because James makes me feel so insignificant sometimes.
Hey.
Um, but regardless,
Mhm. I
I
mean,
just
to
don't
be
think the
fair, you're like the reasoning for saying the Lions were frauds, I didn't buy.
yeah, well, I think it
Obviously, it
was
ended up working
right.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I yeah, their offensive schemes were solid, but they just were never talented enough on defense. And
Hmm.
Goff is good, but he's not a playmaking quarterback. So
Yeah,
once you get like Jayden Daniels outshoots you in the first half, you need Goff to be able to like
yeah.
make some plays, and they just
Hmm.
didn't
And that
have
that
that.
defense had been overperforming all year too.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And they were injured, like pretty injured. But next man up mentality. So I mean, I think it was kind of bound to happen. Obviously, cool for Jayden Daniels. Cool for the DMV area.
hmm.
They love their Commanders,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, I'd
Uh,
say yeah.
yeah, I mean more now that Dan Snyder's not the owner.
Yeah, true.
But the Commanders were definitely the most exciting team in these playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
There's always one team, or there usually is one team that makes a conference championship that nobody really expects to.
yeah.
I mean, Commanders this year. Last year wasn't as much. But like 2 years ago, who played the Eagles? I guess there's still Eagles Niners, but there's been teams like the Bengals, the Titans, couple years back. That's okay. Wait, I have a question for you. What do you in the past, or I guess in recent memory, what do you think has been the worst conference championship team? Like worst, I guess worst talented conference championship team. I think it's the
Um,
Titans that
yeah,
Derrick
I was
Henry
about to
year.
say that the Titans
Yeah,
they got smoked by the Chiefs.
yeah. I'd say Commanders
Uh,
are second though. Like yeah, I just don't.
um,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean that's what the NFC are frauds.
yeah.
Um, but I think Jayden Daniels goes to the Super Bowl next year.
You think? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
This
see.
tackle class is so deep. I think they
Yeah.
get a tackle, and then I think they get a linebacker in the second round.
I think they could use another receiver
And they
too.
have cap room.
That's true. Yeah, it's
They're
very
paying
true.
Jayden Daniels 9 million.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
it's insane. The Super Bowl window is wide open as long as he's on his rookie contract. Not to say that it won't be when he's not, but
Terry's still in his prime.
hmm yeah,
Um, and still young. Olamide Zaccheaus was really good.
Giammi Brown
Uh,
was great.
De'Ami Brown was, yeah, great down the
Great down
stretch.
this, but he had the
Zach
fumble
Ertz
though.
was good.
hmm Yeah, Zach
I
Ertz
think Brian
was
Robinson is awesome. Austin Eckler's trash.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you remember at the
Jameson
beginning of
Crowder
the
stepped
year when I
up
was trying to justify having him in fantasy
as
leagues?
your RB
Oh my
two.
God.
Was he your RB
Yeah.
one? Who's your RB1?
No, no, my RB1 got hurt though.
Dude, that was a rough
Yeah, my
season for you
RB1
this
was
year.
Pacheco.
Oh yeah. Hey, you're already looking forward
I
to
mean, if you're gonna go
2025,
zero RB,
26.
if you're gonna go zero RB, you have to commit to it, and I did. So
I just don't know if you go zero in RB in our league. Because like you can exploit the draft so much, you know? And like it's
that's
just
what I did, dude. I had Jamar Chase, and did you know that like 95% of teams with Jamar Chase made the playoffs,
really, I mean it makes sense.
and
Yeah,
I had him.
dude. I remember I was like stressing between Jamar and Jettas and like Jamar ended up being better, but it was that was definitely I could have had Jamar and I wonder if I would have won if I had him. But interesting.
Boo
Anyways,
hoo hoo.
yeah. Hey, I got close.
Yeah.
Got close, but
The Chiefs Texans game was boring enough to the point where like, hold on, I'm about to sneeze.
all right. Bless you. Bless you.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, anyway, the Chiefs Texans game was boring enough to where I was like, okay, yeah, like maybe I wish the Bengals were here. Because like it ended up being decently close, but it was one of those games where like you always knew the Chiefs were gonna win. It
hmm
just like
Yeah.
got close.
One thing I will say is that Connor Sugar said the Texans had a chance of winning that game. A
So
chance.
Wait, so Connor Sugar doesn't know any ball.
No, literally, I was like, I will put any like I gave the Texans a 0% chance to win that game. Like, oh my gosh. It's like Brady playing the freaking Titans in the divisional round, bro. Like we all know what's gonna happen.
That's like picking Ocean Lakes basketball
No,
over
literally, yeah.
Lansdowne.
But yeah, I've there was a second at the end I was like, oh, hold on, but no. Um, they just didn't have enough weapons. It was Nico and nobody else. But
Um, and then the Eagles divisional game was bad,
yeah.
right?
Uh, I I actually didn't watch it. I'm pretty sure it was a good game. I didn't watch it because I was at the Bills game and it was going on at the same time.
Oh wait,
But
no, it was a good game. Oh, it was a
it was a
crazy
good
game.
game. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
it was
was
a
the game
snow
in the
game.
snow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh wait, yeah. For some reason I was thinking they play the Vikings.
Okay.
Whatever.
Hey, we're good.
Um, it was yeah, snow game.
hmm
So many turnovers.
Saquon was
Saquon
sick
went
though.
nuts. Um, but like playoff Stafford, Puka made this insane catch down the stretch.
Yeah,
I
dude,
think Puka's
Stafford
the third best receiver in the league. Is that a
behind
bad
Jamar and
take?
Jettas.
Yeah.
I just don't know how good he is.
You're gonna say CD.
Probably. Okay, I just don't know how good he is because McVay, you know?
Yeah, but
Like I would debate
I don't see him leaving.
fair, fair.
So like I think it's really hard to say that if a guy doesn't ever leave. And I think that's
Okay.
true for like every position except maybe quarterback.
I would also debate like, dude, honestly, neighbors, bro.
You think Neighbors is better than Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And neighbors with that QB play this year. Not I guess
Oh my
BTJ
God.
was
Oh my
on
God.
also
How
wasn't
about
good, but
Liam Cohen? Liam Cohen's
oh my dude.
Duval.
I asked people about that yesterday, they didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, bro, you gotta watch. It's
I'm
been
gonna go
all
up to
over
I'm gonna
everywhere.
go up to people and start saying
That
Duval.
is the war. Oh God, it was horrible. Yeah. Shout out Jags as a franchise, man. So I'm
God,
sure he'll
bro.
probably be a good. Who knows? But anyways, I mean, everyone hated on Dan Campbell's opening speech too. When looking back, like, oh, that was sick. But everyone was like, oh, what's this dude talking about
Bro,
biting your
Dan
kneecaps
Campbell
off?
is such a dog, but the fact that they got absolutely dog walked by the Commanders is concerning.
Yeah, it really
Because
is.
what are they gonna do in the offseason?
Yeah, what holes do they have to fill?
I mean,
Well, I guess they have defense got to fill. but offensively
I'm
they're
not gonna
fine.
lie. I think they draft a QB in the top 3 rounds.
Hmm. On it, yeah. I mean, who knows what they think of Hendon Hooker, but probably not much. But
I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
think
how
guys with
many?
the last name Hooker really ever turn out in the league.
Malik Hooker was
Malik
solid,
Hooker
right?
was all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Amani Hooker's decent, but
I mean, Goff is 3 more years, 3 more years,
yeah,
and
hold
if
on.
he has an opt out, or they'd have to pay him. Is it a team option? I don't. Let's see, 3 years, 4 years. I don't know. There's a potential out for the contract. I'm pretty sure that the team can decide in 3 years. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I don't hate
I
that
mean
though.
like
Milrow,
Jackson Dart, Kyle McCord.
yeah. Thing is, Kamakord's gonna.
I kind of like Jackson Dart.
Yeah, how old is Jackson Dart? Honestly, I feel like I should probably stop valuing QB age as much. It's just like if they're, I don't know, if they're good, they're good. Kamakord is probably like, it's probably 23, 22. Okay, he's not that old. I bet you
The
Kamakord's gonna go
thing,
so high
yeah,
though.
I think
Like
Jackson Dart. Yeah,
what? What?
dude. Somebody said the funniest thing to me about Riley Leonard,
Mm-hmm.
and this isn't hating on. I after listening to the interview, my aunt goes, "Yeah, he makes Tim Tebow sound like an atheist."
That's so true.
So funny.
Yeah, that's actually funny. Yeah, shout out Riley Leonard. Is he draft eligible this year?
He was so
Nice.
sick. He was so sick though in the CFP. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's. I think he's gonna declare.
yeah. But yeah, I don't
Dude,
hate the
Dylan Gabriel's
Lions.
tiny. Oh my God.
Was he five? He 5'10"?
Yeah.
Damn.
No, he's
Um.
listed 6 foot, listed 200, which tells
Oh
me he's
yeah.
shorter than 6 foot and probably 190.
Yeah. No, I don't hate the Lions taking anybody. Jackson
Um,
Dart, don't hate
but
it at all. But I think it's a solid
yeah, I
take.
mean they
I'd
need
have
to
to ask
beef
around.
up like the secondary, maybe get a linebacker, except Anzalone was great. Maybe like another edge rusher.
Yeah, just
But
edge
like
depth edge because right they were
where do they
relying on
where do they pick
Darius
at?
Smith, who wasn't bad, but he's older. Um,
Yeah.
again, I
Yeah.
mean Hutchinson,
Like
you tear ACL once, you're at risk to do it again. Probably nice to not rush him in either. Well, I guess
I
he
mean
could have
he's
came
awesome,
back.
but
No, he's
and
sick.
and, and
Yeah,
he'll be back, but
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be
but
interesting to see what they do. But yeah.
yeah. Uh, there are so many edge guys. But yeah. The best divisional game was Bills
Mhm.
Ravens.
Yeah, which I was at. For those who don't know, yeah, I went up with four of my other friends. We drove up, or I guess four of my other friends and my friend's brother. He drove us up, and then got to check out Buffalo Orchard Park. It was super sick. Did some tailgating. Saw all the crazies, and the game
Got
was sick.
interviewed by
Oh yeah, I
what's
got
his name?
interviewed by the next
Did that
network.
get posted?
Nah, nah, it was a boring interview, but we saw them. And Mikey, my roommate, had like met them before because they're from Baltimore, and he's from Maryland, not Baltimore, but Maryland. So he had met him before, but yeah, they were super nice and it was cool. But the game
Yeah.
itself was sick. I'll get into the game, but I wish Andrews caught that. I wanted to see a money drive from Josh Allen to win it / overtime. But I was rooting for the Bills. I'd honestly been rooting for the Bills the whole playoffs. But yeah, I mean the game, horrible first half from the Ravens. Horrible, horrible. Well, I think it was about
Yeah.
14-3 at half. You kind of always
No,
had
no,
that
it was 21-10 at half.
21-10. Okay, yeah, 11 point. You kind of always felt that Lamar would come back though, like he wasn't gonna get blown out against the Bills. But Bills found the run game. I don't know why they didn't run against the Chiefs more. They did in the second half, and they abandoned that. But we'll get into that. But yeah, they started running the ball. Ravens couldn't stop them. But then they eventually came back, and then yeah, Mark Andrews dropped. Unfortunate, but it happens. So, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lamar's just not as good as his stats say he is.
Yeah, I mean
Like
the
blame it
pick.
on Mark Andrews all you want. Like, yeah, it
Mhm.
was his fault. But like it shouldn't have been close. They
Yeah,
should have dog walked the Bills.
yeah, the Bills.
The Bills
Yeah,
roster is untalented.
it's really not good.
Like
Like,
Josh Allen, James Cook maybe, and then like the rest
and
of the
even
team it's
then,
like
they don't even play James Cook that much. Like whole split the snaps with Ty Johnson and Ray Davis. It's
And
crazy.
like Deion Dawkins, but he's no star. He
Yeah.
had one really good season,
hmm
and it's like, okay.
Defensively, Von Miller's
Defensively,
old.
like, yeah, Von Miller's not good. Like Matt Milano's like their guy, but at the same time, Matt Milano's not like some all-pro linebacker.
Benford getting hurt against the Chiefs, or not Ben. Was it Benford? Yeah, that got hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Oh my God, dude. I
But
thought that was like obviously I feel bad for Benford.
mhm.
I thought it was my dad and I kept talking about how like I have never heard and that because so Tony Romo like called it before Benford got hurt because they were talking about his injury like the
Yeah,
week
he
before and
was
they're like
questionable like all leading
yeah,
up.
they're like, oh, if you lose Benford, like it's a big drop off. And then he got hurt. And then they just kept ragging on Kyer Elam. I
Yeah,
kind of felt bad. Dude,
he was getting cooked too.
it was like they were trying to prove Tony Romo right from that take that he made. He was getting cooked, but I have never seen a broadcast go after a player as much as they did Kyer Elam.
hmm
It was kind of sad, bro. It kind of made me
Yeah,
sad.
yeah, no, it was rough.
Also, the
But
Chiefs broke 30 points for the first time since like the Super Bowl last year.
damn. Wait, do we have
Or
anything to
no.
say? Nah, man, that sounds right. Do we have anything more to say about Bills Ravens? Or
Um,
wait, okay, who do you think that Josh Allen's legacy would have been better off if he just lost against Lamar rather than against Mahomes again?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's tough.
It's
But
really rough. Because what is he now? 0-4 against Mahomes in the
0-4 against
playoffs?
Mahomes, yeah. Um,
I mean, like
but
everybody, there's only two quarterbacks who've ever beat Mahomes in the playoffs.
yeah, Brady and Burrow,
Allen
dude.
was also like not that good in this game.
Uh, Chiefs game or Ravens game?
Ravens game.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Like he didn't really have. I'll give him a little bit of credit. He didn't really have to because they ran the ball well. Um,
But like
but he
6
didn't
for
do anything.
20, 16 for 22, 127.
Yeah, he didn't. That's the
10
thing though.
rushes, 10
Okay.
rushes, 20 yards, 2 TDs. Like obviously you didn't do anything wrong. Like that's a good game manager, like playoff grind it out
Yeah.
win. But like that's the MVP.
Hmm. That's the thing I will say about the Bills. Okay, two things. That's the one thing about the Bills this year that was different than every other year is they didn't need Josh Allen to play hero ball to win. Like they actually could rely like on the run game and like him not go off and still win as they beat the Ravens, which was I thought interesting, and they didn't like stick to that enough against the Chiefs. Also we've talked about the AFC being like insane. I mean
Yeah.
Mahomes, he's like had to beat every single year. Lamar, Allen, Burrow with a not horrible defense. I mean, Burrow is up there in MVP talks if they win 11 games, 12 games this year with a good defense. Um, and then, I mean, who else you got? Chargers are up and coming. I think Harbaugh is a great coach. Steelers
Yeah.
are always there, but really, who cares? But then you
Texans will
have
bounce back.
exactly,
Bengals.
yeah, Texans, Bengals, even Tua, like if the Tua didn't get hurt, the Dolphins might have won 11, 12 games. Drake Mays, looking pretty good. I don't know. It's just crazy compared to the NFC how good it is. And you gotta feel bad for everyone that has to go through Mahomes. But
Yeah.
hey, you gotta beat him. So
It's so brutal.
yeah, it really is. Like
I
Jalen Hurts gets
honestly
a
like
gets a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. My
I don't
God.
really like Lamar. Uh eh. Burrow kind of annoys me. Just from the perspective of a Chiefs fan, obviously. Like
Mhm.
I can put that aside for my podcast. Whatever. I don't like
Yeah.
Herbert, division rival. Allen, I respect. And
Yes.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah. He's a great
Um,
dude.
yeah. And I think moving on to the championship game, like the Eagles Commanders game was just never like the Commanders
Yeah.
looked like they might like for a second when Terry scored that touchdown, I was like, okay, the Commanders are either gonna like blow this game open or the Eagles are just gonna bounce right back and
Yeah.
win.
Well,
And
then
the
it was
Eagles
like
responded accordingly.
third quarter was 11-point game, then they fumbled it. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
you can't do
so many
that.
turn. They just
Yeah,
kept blowing it.
it was horrible. Yeah,
Um,
but
but I mean, moving on to the Chiefs game, I mean, like, I get that everybody thinks like we pay the refs, but every single close game in the NFL ever has calls like that,
yeah, hmm
and like, not all of them go our way. Like,
yeah,
I do get it. from the like I'll embrace it as far as like being a Chiefs fan. Like I really don't care if everybody hates me for it. Like it's kind of fun. But as far as like interpreting Mahomes' legacy, like people have to put aside a little bit of that for like understanding his greatness. And
Yeah,
like I still think, regardless of whether Worthy caught that touchdown or caught
the
that
big,
pass,
yeah.
which I do think that was an incomplete pass, I
Hmm.
think we're gonna score anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they got the
And
first down on a
and if
hold in
we're
the
being
same play.
honest, um, like runs out like it probably works out worse for the Bills in that scenario because we get to run more clock off. That was the end of
Yeah.
the
Was that in the first half?
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
And then like Josh Allen getting stopped on fourth down, like he got stonewalled.
mhm.
He didn't reach the ball clearly across the line to gain. They ruled him short. There wasn't evidence to prove that he was over. Like
Yeah. I
there's
mean, okay.
there's there's no world where they overturn that call. I
Okay.
I'm sorry, like maybe he made it, but unless the call on the field was that he got a first down, there is absolutely no way they were ever going to overturn that.
Okay. Here's my thing on that. So I think Josh Allen got the first down. Nance, Romo, Gene Steratore thought it. The general consensus is that people thought he got the first down. But the thing is, the Bills, why are you running the same QB sneak over the left guard 7 times? It didn't work. And when it did,
Yeah.
you got the first down by like 2 inches, like on that other play. Why are you not running QB power? You have Josh Allen. It works freaking 90 times out of 100. I guess I could have just said 9 times out of 10. But like I just thought that was really dumb. And then again, like yeah, I thought it was a big play because it's like a 10 to 14 point swing that play because obviously
We went down.
they went down and scored and it could have been an 8 point game if the Bills got it, but they still had a chance to win. And that's the biggest thing. They had the ball at the end, down 3 to win the game. And if anybody before the game was asked if the Bills had the ball down 3, basically as much time as they want, and they'll have the ball last, they're gonna win the game. That's kind of like has been the whole narrative with Bills Raven or Bills Chiefs. Whichever team has the ball last wins the game, and that's basically how it's gone every single year. And they did, and they sold it. So, like I personally, I think it was a first down. I think they should have gotten it. I think it was a big play, but they had the ball last, and they had really dumb play calling. And oh my god, that's another thing. So the play calling with the QB power, and how do you not expect the Chiefs to pass it on that second down, the one to Pacheco, for the first
Pacheco.
down, like
Yep.
that.
I know.
I said that to everyone. Like the Chiefs are gonna pass. That's just what they do.
Roll out pass
Ex
to Mahomes. He completes it
exactly
every time.
like that's
Or roll out pass for Mahomes,
the
whatever.
Chiefs run a pass on that play every single time. They pass the ball with
Reed
chat.
kind of runs the same thing everybody
Exact
acts like Andy Reid's a genius, but people just refuse to like adjust to what he does.
exactly, and like the Chiefs passed the ball with Chad Henne to win a divisional game, bro. How do you not think they're gonna pass the ball there? I just couldn't believe that personally. Like
Yeah.
that's just insane. Like there's no way you don't think they're gonna pass it there. Like
And
oh they'll do
like,
like any other team. No, they're the Chiefs, bro. Like they've done this so many
yeah,
times.
it's why you win three Super Bowls.
Hmm. Yeah,
Gonna be four.
yeah, we'll see.
Um,
But
like I yeah, I get it. Um, oh, Bills versus refs. But the numbers of the situation also don't lie. Like
mhm.
the Chiefs have more penalties against over the last like few seasons than any. Like since Mahomes has been quarterback, we're like top five in penalty yards against and like bottom five in yards for.
Mhm.
Part of that's Jawan Taylor,
Hmm.
because he's been like historically awful about false starts and holding.
Yeah.
Trey Smith also holds a lot. Um, but I just really don't think like, for instance, I watched Charles Omenihu get held by whoever the left guard is for the Bills three straight plays when they were at the goal line, and then ended up getting the touchdown with James Cook where he like reached over and barely got
Yeah.
it. I watched
Hmm.
Charles Omenihu get held three straight plays badly, and they didn't
Yeah.
call it. And like that's just the reality of football. Um,
Yeah.
I I just think like yeah, especially like if you're gonna make the case that Allen is better than Mahomes. Like
Hmm.
everybody's been saying this year, oh, this is Allen's year. Like Mahomes doesn't stand a chance. Allen's got him this time. It's like, oh, he got the ball. And
Exactly. And the
like
ball lasts.
to be fair, he made like a insane throw to Dalton
Yeah, we haven't even
Kincaid,
mentioned that. Yeah.
but
Which, yeah,
that
should
was
have been
still a
caught.
hard, should have been caught, but hard catch.
Hmm. Yeah.
And also like lobbed it up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard catch, but one you probably expect to be caught in that
Yeah.
situation, but still, yeah, no, it's tough. Another thing I gotta mention is the Spags corner blitz on that play was sick.
Oh
The
my
Kincaid
God.
dude, that was sick. Yeah.
I used to be get so angry with Spags. Like,
Hmm.
for instance, championship game against the Bengals that we lost, and Spags kept putting Jamar Chase in one on third
Yeah.
down, and he kept mossing Charvarius Ward like
Yeah.
badly every single time. It happened like 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
and he took two of them to the crib. And I just remember hating Steve Spagnuolo, but I'm starting to realize, first of all, we get to the quarterback in big spots. Like
Mhm.
consistently, even when our defense was bad, we get sacks in big spots,
Yeah.
which is big. Second, I think now that the personnel of the defense, like we have so many studs on this defense now,
Yeah, that's true.
it like Spagnuolo's a better coach when you have guys that are like talented and want to make plays. Like Chris Jones, stud. Mike Dana, stud. Karlaftis, stud.
Yeah.
Bolton's awesome. Leo Chenal's awesome. Uh, Trent McDuffie's insane.
Yeah.
Justin Reed's really good. Like I don't know,
Yeah. No, I agree. Um,
but yeah,
yeah. No,
the
you're good. Go ahead.
the Eagle. I was gonna say the Eagles have to get out to a huge lead in order to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. And then again, I don't even know what's safe, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not. I guess I haven't mentioned this either. At the beginning of the playoffs, there was one matchup I literally didn't want to see, and it was Chiefs Eagles, and here we are. Like this was the only matchup I didn't want to see, but here we are. So I'm
You're still gonna watch it.
not. Oh, of course, I was gonna watch anything, but I'm not terribly excited, and I'm disappointed that this is it. But then again, I'll be rooting for the Eagles. So, but I hope it's a good game. I'd rather have a good game. Well, I don't know if I'd rather have a good game and the Chiefs win than a blowout, but it's tough. I mean, Mahomes getting blown out in the Super Bowl again would be kind of sick, but we'll see. So, yeah. Saquon's gonna have to ball out again. I guess Jalen Hurts balled out in last Super Bowl, but he hasn't really done anything too. I guess he had a good conference championship game, so but we'll see. We can talk about it again maybe beforehand.
Yeah.
Really
Do you
preview
want
it,
to talk
but
about the college national championship game?
yeah, sure. We can briefly touch on it.
I think we were at like last pod posted January 9th. So I think
We
that
were
was
post like Arizona State Texas game.
yeah, okay.
So we
Okay.
were, I think, right? So it was Texas versus Ohio State, and then
Yeah.
Penn State, Notre Dame.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, Drew Aller, man, I've talked about how I'm a big Drew Aller guy, right? Or I was. Like
Yeah.
I thought Drew Aller was gonna like win the Natty Ball out and he was gonna get drafted like top five, which honestly I think would have happened if that was the case, but he's obviously going back to school.
Literally
But
made one of these dumbest passes
yeah.
I've ever seen.
You saw he was trying to supposedly like throw it away, like spike it into the ground, but it ended up. He said that in the press conference that he apparently was trying to
Oh,
like throw it into the dirt,
I don't
but
believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second.
but yeah, I mean Notre Dame snuck by in that one. Ohio State, Texas, the Jack Sawyer, that was a sick play. As much as I wanted Texas to
Oh
win,
my
how can you
God.
not love that play, especially
Yeah.
for a guy like
I
him?
mean, two games and like both the fan bases that lost are like so angry at their
Yeah,
QB.
yeah, really. But
I
also
think Quinn Ewers
the
sold worse, but Sark also sold
I
like
think I
like
was about
that
to
play
say I
calling
think
was
Sark.
trash.
The running the pitch on 3rd and 1 was one of the worst play calls I've ever seen in my life.
Second and one.
It was second. Oh yeah, second and
Oh,
one
was it
for
third and one?
it might have been. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it set up the long 4th down. That ended up being the what was that or was that 3rd down that it ended that the fumble recovery was on? I forget.
I think it was
But,
third down.
okay. But either way, that set up the third and long. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. But yeah, rough play
Yeah.
calling. Damn,
Oh my
Bills
God.
and Texas. But yeah, that was still a good game. Cool, super iconic play for Ohio State. How can you not love that? And then Ohio State Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Game was kind of what we
And I
expected.
obviously can't stand Ohio State, but like
Yeah, me
Jack
neither.
Sawyer's their guy. Like
Yeah, he's their guy.
Jack Sawyer's their guy.
For a second, I
Yeah,
thought Notre
continue.
Dame had a shot towards the end. They kind of were coming back. Um, well, I guess they really did. All it took was one stop, and the Jeremiah Smith long play sealed it, which was also sick, by the way. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the 12 team. I don't really care what people say. Ohio State did not deserve to make the playoff. Like they were the best team. Obviously, they won the Natty, but they didn't deserve to make the playoff after losing to Michigan. They just didn't.
Yeah,
If it was
but
if it was 14.
the best team won the Natty.
That's just I don't know. Okay, Ohio State was better
Ah.
last year than Alabama. Ohio State was a top four team in the country. It's just I don't know. And only a couple of the games are great. The Ohio State Texas game saved the 12 teams legacy. If that wasn't good, they would be getting a lot more hate. But
Oh, Texas, Arizona State
yeah,
also.
was that
Sorry.
sorry? Did I say Texas Ohio? I meant I meant that Texas Arizona State. But yeah, I don't know. And even then, like, how much hype did you really get, or like, how hyped did you get for the Natty? I was kind of just like, all right, like with the
Well,
four
it's because
team.
Notre Dame was so booty cheeks, dude.
Yeah, even then, I don't know. Like last year was UW. I guess it's a little bit of a better game, but
Last year, you remember we live streamed it?
yeah, yeah, that was fun.
That
We
was
got like
fun.
everyone on
Have
there.
we live streamed
We
something
did the
else?
draft, right? We did the
Oh
draft.
yeah, yeah,
We did
yeah. Those are
second, like
fun.
second half of the draft. It
Those are
was fun.
fun.
Yeah. But I got way more excited for any of the 14 games than the 12 team, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
I mean, I felt like all of the 14 games were like disappointing anyway.
okay, the semi games are sick though. Like, who did Michigan play? Who did Michigan play last? Michigan Bama was great, and UW Texas was sick. Year before that, it was TCU, right? So like TCU Michigan was great, and then Georgia Ohio State was sick. I don't know, but that can be a conversation for a different day. But I think we should probably wrap it up. You got anything
Yeah.
else to say? Go ahead.
Um, no, I mean, I just think college football, like the postseason, just isn't nearly as fun as the regular season.
Hmm.
Like the quest to get to the playoff is way more fun to me.
Yeah, but then it's like you don't even have to do anything to get to it. You gotta win a couple games here and there, and then you get in.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State good, and they're gonna win
I don't know.
because they're the best
I just feel
team.
like postseason college football just never is like lives up to the hype.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. It was kind of a weird year this year, especially with the Big 12 being so bad. Obviously, Arizona State played well in the playoff, but for the one game they played. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But that's all we got here.
Yeah.
Nash is a basketball game to go play.
That is all that we have.
Indeed.
The
But
patient first athlete of the week is about to go ball.
yep, he's signing off, going to his next job. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the games, the NFL games.
Oh my gosh. And boy, do we have news for you guys. But not yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can't spoil. Oh yeah, coming soon though.
Yeah, can't spoil.
Yeah. All right, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys for listening and watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Deuces.